Dgotsauce, man. We are here on our third episode, and oh boy, do we got some topics today. The first two topics was news. We had to hear about it. We had to, we had to give our opinion. We had to give our thoughts about this situation because those situations you don't want to be in at the end of the day. Just like this situation, ladies, gentlemen, you don't want to be in this one today. I got to put the hood on for this one. I'm going boxing mode. I'm going Creed 3. I'm going Johnathan Majors. Now, now, we got to talk about this one. We got to talk about this. Although
very
we don't want to
hard
talk about it. Oh,
and very difficult.
hold up.
And
We're going ahead of ourselves. We're going ahead of ourselves. Let's go back.
Now to more of Mike's.
Although we don't really want to talk about this, we got to talk about this. You get me? Johnathan Majors has been in the news lately for a very, very controversial yet bothersome story. So if you're not familiar with Johnathan Majors, he's from Creed 3. He also played in a new Disney Marvel movie that I don't know the name of. But apparently, he's been making headlines. And I know him from Creed 3. I watched Creed 3. I thought Creed 3 was a great movie. I got to say that first. I got to say that. Creed 3 was a great movie, but his legacy seems to be tarnished now forever. Johnathan Majors is going through it with his ex-girlfriend, and she happens to win the case. He is now coming back out after the trial is over, and these are his first words to the people of the world. Oh boy, let's get into it.
Exclusive interview with Johnathan Majors, the actor who was convicted of misdemeanor reckless assault and harassment just as his career was taking off. Majors says he always intended to take the witness stand, but didn't in the end because he felt the prior testimony was so compelling that there was nothing else for him to add. But now that the jury has spoken, he felt it was time to tell his story.
it has been very, very, very.
Do I feel bad for him? Absolutely. But did he do it to himself? Absolutely.
Hard and very difficult and confusing in many ways.
Johnathan Majors breaking his silence just weeks after a Manhattan jury found him guilty of misdemeanor reckless assault and harassment of his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. The actor, at times emotional.
Sorry. I haven't seen my daughter in a long time.
You see what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff that you don't want to get yourself into. This is tough. This is tough. I do feel bad for him. I do feel bad for him. There's a lot of things that have been taken away from him. Like he says, he wasn't able to see his family. And this is all over what exactly? You know, that's probably what he's thinking in his head. Like, what am I in this position for again exactly? How did I get here? Let's continue.
you know, and a lot of it has to do with this situation.
In a split verdict, Majors was found not guilty of 2 other misdemeanors: assault with intent to cause physical injury and aggravated assault.
They're saying you didn't intend
Right,
to injure her,
right,
but the result of your recklessness
Right.
injured her.
right.
Were you reckless?
I was reckless with her heart.
Not with her.
Wait. What's that mean? You was reckless with her heart. I wish you would explain that.
body.
Not with her body.
The physical altercation started inside an SUV
Okay.
after Majors received a suggestive text message from another woman. Hours later, after Majors placed a 911 call, police found Jabari unconscious.
You see this? This is crazy. This is crazy. Imagine you and your girl fighting, and we don't know what happened exactly, but she's on the floor unconscious. This is crazy. This is crazy. I would never want to be in this position. I'll be honest with you. I would never want to be in this position. But let's continue.
On the closet floor in their apartment, as seen in this body camera footage.
You feel that you did anything wrong on the night of March 25th? If you could relive that night,
I wouldn't have picked her up. I wouldn't have picked her up. I wouldn't have put her back in the car. I wouldn't have tried to keep her in the car. I would have gotten out that car and ran.
That's all you had to do. He's correct. He's correct. You did not have to touch her, Mayot. You did not have to touch her. But because you touched her, it went downhill from there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hold on. No, let's bring it back. Let's continue.
Immediately.
The two met back in 2021 on the set of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
That's the movie.
the prosecution has
Yeah.
described your relationship with Grace Jabari as tumultuous and abusive. How would you describe that 2-year relationship?
I loved Grace. Our relationship was not healthy, and that began to reveal itself over time.
Why'd you stay?
I was scared. With the red flags, I found that, I use this word, I said, oh, this is dangerous. This is months before the incident. I should have been brave. I should have.
Well said, well spoken, well communicated. He's expressing his thoughts very, very good. We're getting exactly what he is giving. You get me? And that is some good wordplay. Now, I'm taking it with a grain of salt because he is also an actor, but she's also an actor too.
Have said, no, this isn't working, and I should have walked away. And I didn't.
Troubling signs in the relationship were revealed when prosecutors presented text messages where Majors expressed suicidal thoughts, saying, "Maybe I'm such a monster and horrible man that I don't deserve it and should just kill myself."
Were you suicidal?
Man, that's tough. That's tough, man. That is tough. And again, I'm like, why put yourself in that situation, man? You know, that is not the situation you want to be in. Get yourself out of that thing.
The ideations of removing myself from situations permanently is a thought that I've had, since I was a kid, since I was a young boy on the farm in Texas. It's not there anymore. I've done that. I'm doing the work to keep it at bay and make sure it's not there anymore.
Through it all, Major's new girlfriend, actress Megan Good, has remained by his side.
Shout outs to Megan Good. Shout outs to Megan Good for holding it down.
Even present for our interview.
How would you describe your relationship?
She's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta, you know.
Oh my gosh. Let me replay that. Let me replay that. Hold on.
His side, even present for our interview.
How would you describe your relationship?
She's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta.
Oh my gosh. This is why I be like, yo, I'm taking this with a grain of salt because did you rehearse that line? I'm just wondering. Look at that smile. Is he really smiling? Is he really smiling? All right, let's continue.
Yeah. I'm so blessed.
Coretta Scott King.
To have her. You know, the relationship is still fresh, but, you know, I think I found her.
The March 2023 incident thrust Major's dating history into the forefront. A Rolling Stone article back in June detailed multiple allegations of abusive behavior dating back to Major's relationships in college.
Majors was abusive with his partner, aggressive on sets, and a source of toxicity at Yale. 24 sources tell Rolling Stones Majors vehemently denies all accusations. Tough.
Majors vehemently denies. His attorneys offered past partners to defend him.
Have you ever had issues with domestic abuse?
I've witnessed it, but never participated. You know, I mean, I've been smacked up before, you know, but yeah, never exercised it. Those relationships went back to when I was, 21, 22 years old, and I just think, was I a jerk? Was I, a mean guy? And I go, yeah, knowing what I know now, like, oh, severe depression, childhood trauma. I've had very few relationships, so I can gather what situations we're talking about. Yeah, I was not the best boyfriend all the time.
But never hit a woman?
Never hit a woman. My hands have never struck a woman, ever.
I believe it. I think that's just like a code for professional, good men that you never put your hands on a woman. I think that's just common sense. I think that's just doesn't even have to be said sometimes. Like you should already know this type of thing. Maybe it's just the way I was raised, but that could be just me. Let's continue.
Gaining critical acclaim for films like The Last Black Man in San Francisco, Major's once red-hot career is now seemingly at a standstill.
And how are you feeling?
Moments after the verdict, Marvel Studios dropped him. He was set to play the prominent character Kang in upcoming films.
I am Kang!
But despite the possibility of serving time, Majors believes the script for his career is still being written.
You think you'll ever work in Hollywood again?
Yeah, I do. I pray I do.
I think somebody will pick him up on a movie. It might not be Marvel, it might not be Disney, but let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. What did he really do? Like, where's the actual evidence? If he did something, that's different. But from the video that we've been seeing, Yeah, he tried to pick her up and put her back in the car, but he didn't slap her. He didn't punch her. He was trying to get his phone, and he ran like Forrest Gump through New York City. And that's the honest truth. So, was it that serious for real?
But it's God's plan and God's timing.
For those who say, look, he's convicted at this point, what would you say? I mean, do you deserve a second chance?
Well, I think I do.
Yes, you do.
I hope other people think that.
Yes, you do.
During closing arguments, Johnathan Majors' attorney said his worst fears as a black man calling 911 in America came true. Those words brought Majors to tears in court. He says race very much played a role in his arrest. He claims he was injured. He points to surveillance video where Grace Jabari pursued him, chasing him for blocks. She was arrested but never prosecuted. He calls that unjust. And we'll have much more streaming tonight at 7 p.m. on ABC News Live Prime.
Wow. That one I gotta say, that one was a little bit touching.